Welcome back to Peak Performance Guitar's beginner lead guitar course. I am Dean K. This is lesson 5. Today we're going to learn how to play a hammer-on. And what you're going to do is we're going to start with our third finger because it tends to be, we're going to start with our third finger. For hammer-ons and pull-offs, we tend to use our third finger the most and our second finger the second most. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our third finger, we're going to start with our finger off the fretboard. We're going to play the first string open to begin with. And then we're going to use this finger like a hammer. If you ever saw the inside of a piano, when you press the key, the hammer hits the string. That's what we're going to do with our finger. We're going to hammer on to that third note, to the note on the first string on the third fret with our third finger on that G note. We're going to play open the E note and we're going to hammer on to the G with our third finger. Very simple. Easy to do. And you see, again, I'm using the fulcrum technique that we learned in vibrato with the inside of my first knuckle. I'm keeping it right up against the fretboard, or against the neck anyway, to be able to hammer on. And you just want to practice. You want to have both these knuckles bent, knuckles 1 and 2. You want to have bent as you're hammering on. Okay? And then go to the second string. We're going to do the exact same thing with the second string. First open, hammering on the third fret, which is, so we're going from B to D. And if you notice, for the between strings 1 and 2, you actually, for string 2, you have to hit it a little harder than you do string 1 to get the hammer-on note to work. Now, if it's not working just yet, that's okay. You'll get it. It's all a matter of how accurately and how hard you bring that finger down. That's really what it's all about. Accuracy and a little bit of strength. Not a whole lot. You don't want to hurt yourself. There's no reason to. You don't have to hit that hard. That's a hammer-on. Now we're going to do with the second finger on the third string on the second fret. This one takes a little bit more strength. And if you're accurate and get right behind the fret, right? A couple times I was back here. You have to hit a little harder back here. If you get right behind the fret, you don't have to hit quite so hard, and it's easier. Okay? So accuracy, precision, and a little bit of strength. That's all it takes. Go to those lower strings after you get comfortable. And the way you practice this with each finger is real simple. Go with the first string. We're going to use our first finger on the first fret, second finger on the second fret, third finger on the third fret, fourth finger on the fourth fret, and we're going to do this. Open, hammer on. That's it. There you go. Do this exercise once a day. Start out for the first couple weeks just on the first 3 strings. After a couple weeks, then you can move to the thicker strings, to strings 4, 5, and 6. That's doing that exercise on all 6 strings. That's the hammer-on exercise. This won't take long. This is a very simple technique. What's great about it is the hammer-on is a very versatile technique. You can use it anywhere on the fretboard, and you can use it in so many different situations. Play with it, have fun with it. It won't be long till you basically have it mastered. And then we're going to work on the next lesson. We're going to work on the pull-off, which basically the hammer-on and the pull-off, they end up working so well together. You're going to love it. So there you go. Do the hammer-on exercise at least once a day. First 2 weeks, stick with the first 3 strings. After that, add the bottom 3 strings. Your hand will be strong enough. You'll be used to it. You'll be playing hammer-ons like a pro in no time. Until next time, have fun and make music.